A cascade of water rushes down a hill. The water churns white and brown. Aerial view of the water flowing down a wide concrete canal, which has crumbled about halfway down, allowing the water to spill out down the side of the hill, cutting a deep path in the earth. It flows into a body of water below. Water flows off the broken end of the concrete. A man in a fluorescent jacket and helmet walks on the rocks near the broken canal and appears very small. Men bury small objects at regular intervals in the ground. An explosion at the mouth of the canal sends clouds of smoke and dust into the air. Bulldozers and earth movers shovel the rocky dirt. Trucks carry loads of rocks and dump them. A conveyor belt moves the loads of rocks. Text: Main and emergency spillways, 970,000 cubic yards of local material used to create roller compacted concrete, enough to fill 6,879 semi-truck trailers. An animation of an excavator filling the bed of a semi-truck with dirt. The dirt and rocks move along conveyor belts and roller compacted concrete is poured into trucks. The trucks empty the material on the ground as workers watch. An animation of a truck dumping roller compacted concrete. Text: Main spillway. Every 5 minutes a dump truck places 21 cubic yards of roller compacted concrete on the main spillway. A bulldozer pushes piles of roller compacted concrete flat and a steamroller presses it flatter. Men work in sections, dumping liquid concrete from a tube lifted by a crane. Text: Main spillway, 509,600 cubic yards of concrete, enough concrete to build a 5.5-foot sidewalk from Oroville, California to Amarillo, Texas. Map of the U.S. Southwest with dotted line from Northern California to Northern Texas. Men maneuver a large funnel of rocks. Rocks pour. Drainage pipes are craned in. Men lower in drainage pipe into channel. Men primer and join large drainage pipes in channel. Animation of a pipe reaching out of the earth. Text: Main spillway, 55,000 feet of drainage pipe stacked vertically would stretch more than 10 miles high. Men fit pieces of rebar through a square frame to form a grid over the ground. A crane lifts a metal grid high and men lower it in place. A rebar wall is craned into place. Men attach the vertical piece of metal grid to metal braces. Text: Main spillway, 12,500,000 pounds of reinforcing steel, the equivalent of running a piece of 1-inch diameter steel from Portland, Oregon to San Diego, California. A map of Oregon and California with a dotted line from northern Oregon to southern California. A very tall piece of machinery grinds a hole into the earth. Men lower a metal tube structure into the hole. They fit more tubes into holes in the ground. Liquid concrete is pumped into the holes. Text: Emergency spillway, secant wall, 1,450 feet long, just 4 feet shorter than the height of the Empire State Building. An animated wall next to an animated Empire State Building. The wall turns vertical and is approximately the height of the building. Aerial view of the construction site. A steamroller presses roller compacted concrete flat. Trucks dump more roller compacted concrete and bulldozers push it smooth. They are working on the top layer of an enormous concrete structure with large stair-like steps and a shape that funnels down to a point. Machines add more roller compacted concrete and push it flat. Text: Emergency spillway, 25 football fields with end zones would fit onto the concrete splash pad. An animation of the concrete structure overlaid with 25 square football fields. At night, men continue filling the structure with concrete from large hoses. Aerial view of the construction site, cranes up high moving equipment. Concrete pours. An animation of a concrete truck pouring into a pool. Text: Main and emergency spillways, 1,215,600 cubic yards of concrete, enough to fill 372 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Cranes move metal grids into place, aided by men on the ground. Aerial view of the spillway, being constructed in square sections. Text: Main spillway, width of main spillway, 178.75 feet, as wide as a 12-lane freeway with center divider. Animation of the spillway with traffic lines. Night, men feed more liquid concrete into the structure. A machine that looks like a large floor polisher with a fan facing down is moved over the wet concrete. Men smooth the concrete with flat paddles. Men pump concrete into the concrete wall form. Men pour concrete onto large dentates at the bottom of the spillway and smooth it out with flat paddles. Crew finishes last dente. Water begins flowing through the lower level of the concrete structure into the canal of the spillway. Water flows down in great rushing waves, crashing out of the mouth of the canal and into the river below.